I'm Pablo Fendrik, and my film is Blood Appears, and it's called La Sangre Brota in Spanish. That's the original title. Everything happens in a day. In this day, you follow this family. You know that they have a system to not being aggressive with each other. That is going on for a long time now. And it's about the day that this system collapses and it's not working anymore. Yeah, the inspiration for the film in the very beginning comes from some memories I have from my childhood and early teenage. Of course, then it's magnified by fiction, but it's this tension that I know, or I remember pretty well from my family environment. Then the story mainly had to do with some other people I knew and I know, many other characters that I know from Buenos Aires streets. You know, if you watch the film, there's lots of it. It happens in the streets. I used to spend most of my days when I was a child there in the street, I mean. And so I got a lot of memories from there. Most of the cast came from theater in Argentina. We have this very interesting off-theater scene these days in Buenos Aires. Took me like a year and a half to actually cast them all. But since they are used to improvise and, you know, be playful about their job and their craft, it was very interesting for them to do this kind of thing when we improvise a lot in the streets, like we hide the cameras and we, you know, just lose them in the crowd, and they play the scene between the actual pedestrians and the rest of the people without them even know that there's a film going on. And so it was like a very intense and at the same time, you know, freedom sensation they have, because most of the time they have to be very, you know, very tight, like say this, say that, and this is the light, and this is the camera, and this is completely the other way. They are free, and we behave more like documentary kind of director, and we just follow them, and we try to catch them, and that's the way we work, mainly. Most of the challenges got to do with we don't ask for permissions to shoot, mainly. We just go in this very guerrilla kind of shooting. We just take some places, and if we have to shoot in front of a bank, which is completely forbidden, we just, you know, trace a plan like a bunch of, you know, thieves, and we go there, we take the shot, and we run away, sometimes with the police after us. And this is pretty much the way we work. Not all Argentinian directors, this is how we work. And this is, you know, sometimes you just have to deal with the law. That's the heaviest thing. The blood actually appears in the film, and it's got a lot to do about blood, because it's about family relationships, very strong bonds, that this very tense blood situation that there's between these characters, and the way they clash in the end of the film is very bloody. So it's kind of a warning as well. I mean, it's called Blood Appears, so then I don't want to hear any complaints about it's too bloody or it's too gore or, you know, I get too impressed. I mean, it's in the title. It's like a warning, you know? So it's not the daisies in the hills and stuff like this. It's Blood Appears. I'm very happy to be here twice. I mean, I love to be, you know, have long relationships with certain festivals. This is my very first time, not only in LA, but in America. I mean, I just arrived yesterday for the first time.
How do you like it?
It's okay, it's cool, I like it. I mean, I've been in this red carpet thing and flashes and everything. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's like being in that place that you've been watching in television and movies and pictures forever, you know, and then you are there, and it's a kind of strange feeling. I mean, you always think that you're going to be like, wow, yes, yeah, I'm in the Chinese theater and everything, and then you're not. No, sorry, it doesn't happen that way. It happens the same when you go to the Eiffel Tower in Paris or to the, you know, some pyramids in Egypt. You know, you look these iconical things for years, you magnify them, there's an ideal behind the thing, and then you get there, and it's just a, yeah, it's a place. I mean, yeah, you work here, I live here, and it's cool. Well, you know about private security systems, you know, you have this here. Well, in my film, we have shots in, for example, a casino, prohibited place to shoot #1, you know, because in order to get a permission you can take a year of bureaucracy and paperwork. So we don't have a year for that. We just hide our cameras in a car. We place our actors in a secondary car 10 minutes before. We send them in. We call them by cell phone and tell them, okay, now we are rolling, get out of there. So they come out, then we come with our car, and in the very moment we are approaching the door, we take the camera, we switch, we clap, we shoot, we take these guys in film, put them in the car, and run. Otherwise, you get caught by because they are also, of course, monitoring you with video cameras. So we do these kind of things 3 or 4 times during the shooting in different locations, like a casino, a bank, and a racetrack, and I don't know where else, but yes. And yeah, or sometimes we shoot in, you know, buses, you know, like there's a bus coming. We don't have permission to shoot in that bus, but we do the same thing. We wait for the bus, and then we stop it. We send the actor in, and we go after him with the camera and the microphone, and my assistant is paying for everyone tickets. And we shoot inside there until they kick us out, or if they don't, we just keep on shooting these very long shots, you know. That's the way we work, pretty much.
Extreme filmmaking.
Yeah, extreme. Yes, it's true that all those, if you put yourself in this kind of situations, that the energy that comes out from this, it prints, you know, it gets to the film. It's not something that you can fake. Of course, you can fake it. You can fake everything, but there's something about the realism. It's not that we are looking for realism, but there's something real there. I mean, we are actually running from something. We are actually hiding from someone else, you know? And the way you take the camera and the way the actors are, you know, focused and concentrated in order to make this shot perfect now, because probably we don't have a second chance to do it, you know? You look at, it's in the film. It is in the film. So it's for us, if you like to shoot this way, if you're able to do it, it's probably the most enjoyable way for us to work, you know? I can shoot all these kind of things. I mean, my team and I, we can all do this thing, but what we can shoot is, you know, someone going through the door and getting some coffee. I cannot shoot this kind of stuff, but hiding and following a guide through, you know, different buildings, cars, you know, hitting someone, fighting, robbering, that's easy.